All right, this is the part two of the call to resilience. All right, Spirit said that there's more. There is more. So we're going to get into where we left off, and the first one is right here, the breaking all karmic ties. So this is paying attention to this new path that you're starting, and it's letting you know bright, promising possibilities, but you need to go where you haven't searched before. You need to go in places you've never looked before. You have to dig deep in places you've never dig deep before in. You know, start using the sun to your advantage, and also pay attention to the ones that are around you. Okay, so I was hearing at first, and this goes for everyone in the collective, but for a specific part of the collective, it's also being called to touch up on the part of, not only do you need to get out of fight or flight mode and need to understand that not all things, or not something's always coming around the corner. The shoe, not stop waiting for the shoe to, dang, somebody's trying to catch your words up, okay, and try and play your words against you. You might be a person that speaks pure, that speaks out of kindness, out of honesty. And even when it isn't out of kindness, it's always out of honesty. And someone might be trying to trip your words up. Go ahead and cleanse your throat chakra. Throat chakra is very important for this collective, all right? Throat chakra and sacral chakra, all right? Not only get out of fight or flight, the shoe does not always have to be waiting to drop. The other shoe does not have to be, all right? And then also, this way means that you could kind of have like some competitive energy, catty like energy around you, but also realizing that with the devil card in reverse coming out together and this one in reverse, is that pay attention to the people, places, and things that make you feel drained, that make you feel like you gave more than what was given to you, that make you feel like your energy wasn't valuable enough. I had to learn this the hard way myself, is that you have to sit here and pay attention to how your energy is being placed and where your energy is being used. That is what you need to pay attention to. That is also in the synchronicities and the different relationships that you might be having, the different dynamics of relationships that you might have. They urge you to look at those dynamics and to see which ones are in a good place and which ones are misplaced. Ooh, thank you, Spirit. Okay, clock that T. Which ones are in a good place and which ones are misplaced? Which ones are trauma bonds? Which ones are relationships that you were placed to be able to help them, or they might have been placed to help you, and now it's done, but you're still trying to hold that energy in that space around, and now you might feel like you are being overused in your energy, or you might not feel like you're getting an equal give and take in this relationship. Pay attention, pay attention. All right, so now we're going to move on. They want me to also pull cards from the divine abundance to be able to tell you where you could be looking to see these synchronicities, what type of synchronicities you might be seeing, so you can also pay attention to that. They're trying to give you the cheat code. They're trying to, because they're saying that your glow up, your moments notice is like right here. Like it's right here. All right, expansiveness. So anything that encourages you to grow, anything that is expansive, anything that like explodes, goes up, like pay attention to those things. And I know that might sound very unspecific. Ooh, and true offering. Okay, pay attention to anything that is expansive. So anything, like also animals. So you see butterflies up here, anything with wing, they are expansive. That's how they fly, that's how they get around, through expansive energy. Their wings have to expand. They also do contract, but in order for them to get somewhere, they also have to expand. All right. And the bird is coming out here too with the true offering. So pay attention to birds, butterflies, also hand movements, hand mudras. All right. All right. So we got four more. Liberation. Pay attention to the things that make you feel free. So as you're going through this stage, through this phase of figuring out where you should be, of new adventures, of figuring out new ways to be able to make your dream, your heart pop, and that's what came out. But Spirit is trying to say something else, and I'm trying to grasp it, to make your heart flutter, new ways to make you fall in love again with this right action. Hold on. Okay, so with this liberation and this action card, I also want you to pay attention how all of these cards have birds on them, or creatures that fly. So you have a dragonfly here, you have a bunch of birds here, you have butterflies. I'm not sure if I think, okay, so that's an elephant. So you do have an elephant. That is a land walking animal. And then you have a bird here, butterfly. So also, I would say pay attention to all things that ground you in, okay, that make you feel safe. But then also pay attention to those things that make you catch wind, okay, those things that make you kind of, wow, oh my gosh, that was exciting, that was new, okay? Last but not least is the sacrifice. So pay attention to things that you might feel like you've been overindulgent in, things that you might feel like you, honestly, what was on the bottom deck, which is loss. So pay attention to things that if you feel like you had no more, if you feel like you didn't do again, you would feel in this like sacrificial kind of loss energy. Pay attention to those things. So it's up to you and to use your discernment to know whether these things should stay or go. However, it's also about reframing, because you're in this new place, this new mindset, looking for greater stability, want it to come back out, looking for better fulfillment. So you just have to look at these things, reframe them, and create a better relationship with them, all right? Yeah, create a better relationship. Also, for some in the collective, I'm seeing that for these relationships, that if you're having a hard time trying to figure out if these relationships are good or not, should stay or should go, what you should do is sit out a plant that you just bought, one that you know that you can keep thriving, even if you just bought it that day, and you know that at least for that day you'll be able to have, and you know you're going to have this guest over, you know you're going to have these people in your energy. And or if you're really not a plant person, use a bowl of citrus, sit it out like lemons and oranges, pray over that plant, over that bowl of citrus, and ask your spirit guides, Most High, the universe, your angels and protectors, to reveal to you the intentions of those guests, to reveal to you the intentions of this person. And within 1 to 3 days, if it withers up, you know that they are energy siphoners, they are energy takers. If it thrives within those 3 days, then you know that those people are true and their intentions are for your highest good, all right? So I wish that this message reaches all that it's meant to at the right time. Ashe, thank you. And like always, I'm Tara from Enlightened Souls. And if this message resonated with you, click the link in my bio and we can set up something a little bit more personal. All right. Love you. Bye.